Hello and welcome to a brief overview of PixWriter. So, before we get started with looking at all the features, I'd like to define just a few terms. This white area will be called the paper. This area is our word bank, and that's what you need to know when we get started. So at its most basic, PixWriter is a picture auditory word processor. So I can go ahead and type in and say today is Friday. So as you can see, it's put my pictures up in there, and it also said the words after I wrote them. If you forget what you write, you can use this megaphone here, and it will speak it for you. And if you made a mistake on a word, say today's not really Friday, you can hit the eraser and erase that whole word. So I could say today is Thursday. You'll also notice that as I've been adding words in, they've been coming down here in the word bank. Another way to use PixWriter is if you set up a word bank, your students can then create their own sentences. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So as you can see, I've created my PixWriter document, and there are some words at the bottom in my word bank, and my paper is clear. So what can I do? I can save this. My student can come in and write a sentence. Today is Friday. And then they can say, it is cloudy. And then they can either type a period or use this punctuation button. Now, for some students, that's enough support. Others might require more. So let's look at how we could change and rearrange our word bank to support our students. Maybe our students do better when things are going from left to right. So if we want to move something, that means we're going to shift it around. So I want to move this is and Friday up to be next to Tuesday. So I'm going to hold down Shift and drag is right next to today. And the same thing with Friday. I'm holding down Shift and I'm dragging. So now my student can say today is Friday. Now our next sentence was it is cloudy, not it cloudy. So we need to first of all move cloudy over. Now we need is to appear a second time. So we're going to shift click on is. You'll notice it appeared. I'm going to shift drag to move it. And now I have my two sentences in order. Today is Friday. It is cloudy. And that's well and good, but some students require more support. What if we did some color coding so we can say use all the words that are green for the green sentence and all the words that are red for the red sentence. So we're going to color code them. To do that, when we change something's color, we're altering it. So we're going to hold down the Alt key, and we're going to click in this color right here, and it said green, so I'm going to click. Now on all my buttons, I'm still holding down my Alt key, and now those have turned green, and now I'd like to do my second sentence in red. All the while I'm holding down my Alt key. So now I've got a lot more scaffolded support. Now, if you want to quickly erase all the writing in your paper, you can hit the Escape key, and it's all gone. So now I have my support. Today is Friday. It is cloudy. And then I'm going to put in my period. And that's a really easy way to set up your word bank to give your students support so that they can do things independently. Now, not every word is in the PixWriter dictionary. What if you had a student, let's say, who wants to write about Ben Franklin? Well, if I type in Ben and then Franklin, Franklin came up but not Ben, and really Ben Franklin, that's one picture. So what we can do is go into this target to our target words. What we can do is right here, we're going to type in the word we want it to be, so Ben Franklin. And now we're going to take that standard picture, add target, and then say OK. What about compound words, or words that are 2 words. So like ice cream. That's not what our students know for ice cream. So we're going to go to our target and let's put in ice cream. Did you notice how now we have a more traditional picture of an ice cream? Good deal. We're going to say we like that picture. We're going to add target. Click OK. And now look, it's changed that from those 2 pictures to that one. You'll also notice it has added that button down here to the word bank. Now, sometimes students like to write their name on their papers and they want that picture to come up. So let's add another word for our student. Let's say our student's name is Mary. Well, there's no pictures that come up for Mary. So we're going to go to alternate picture and we're going to name it girl because Mary is a girl. Now I have an array of about 8 different choices here, and I'm going to pick one that looks close to what Mary looks like. I'm going to pick this little girl right here with the braids. Did you notice how that picture now comes up with Mary? We're going to leave the alternate picture name. That's fine. Just leave it there. We're going to click on Add Target, and we're going to click OK. And now when I type in Mary, I get a picture of a girl. You can also, when you're doing target words, if you're using very specific science vocabulary, take in pictures from the internet, and that can be discussed in another session on how to do that. I just want you to know that you have that option. Okay. Another thing to know is that once you've set up your board the way you like it, and oh my gosh, we've got a lot of stuff. My word bank has a lot of extra stuff in here that I want to clear out. I don't want to open a new file and recolor code everything. What I want to do is take control and get rid of those buttons. So what I'm going to do is hold down the control key and click on the buttons I don't want anymore. Now, if this is the way you like it, you've got your word bank the way you like it, and you want it to stay like this forever and ever until you say so, click on the lock button. You'll notice the target words and some other buttons get grayed out. And now, that's still available, but if I write my name, if I write Diana, you'll notice it did not come in anywhere in my word bank and nothing has changed in my word bank. So this is really nice if you have an assignment that you want several students to complete and they all work on a different level, and so some kids might be writing some words and some kids might be choosing from the word bank. Or kids who just decide that they want to see what happens when they push the keyboard. If you are done with this or you want to modify this board, you're going to go to Edit, and right here where it says Lock Word Bank, you're going to unlock it, and notice you'll have all your pictures up. Before we end this video, let's talk real briefly about a few other options. Right now, when I type the word I, it comes up as a girl. You might be working with boys. If you change that, go to options and change it to male, from now on, whenever you put in the word I, you'll get a boy. Same thing for me and mine. You can also change the picture size or the text size. So if you want to emphasize the text more than the pictures, you can go ahead and do that. Your word bank right now, it defaults to 36 buttons. Maybe you want 64, so you can have a few more. Maybe 36 is too many and you want 16, or perhaps you just need 4 buttons. You may have to rearrange your buttons once you change the size, but that's okay because remember, all you have to do is shift them around using that shift drag trick. So we're going to go back to 36 buttons. Other than that, I think that's pretty much all you need to know on there. These files can be saved just like regular. You put them on a flash drive if you need to work on something at home or put it on a different computer. As long as there's PixWriter, they work really nicely. And that is your basic introduction to PixWriter. Thanks.